what I want to do straight away in this course is to show you quickly how to create the LUTs without too many introductions. I know you don't like it. So before we even start creating some basic LUTs, I'm going to show you how to create the LUTs within Photoshop straight away without any fancy effects. Just going to show you apply some adjustment layers, and okay, what's then? When we have some adjustment layers, how to turn them into the actual LUT I'm going to show you. So this is the image that I have here, and few important informations you need to know before creating the LUT. It has to be the actual layer with the background. So not necessarily smart object or any other layers, you have to have the background. So if you were cleaning up the image just as I did this one before, so there was smart object, I applied some cleaning up layers, and then I want to create actual LUT on this. I'm saving this image as a TIFF file because it's better than JPEG. There is nothing wrong about saving this as a JPEG as well. And then I have actual image, which is the background, and then I can create the LUT. So let's say I want to add some light manipulations and color manipulations to this image, and then I will be happy with this, and then I will create this in the LUT and apply to some other images. So first of all, I'm going to do something with the contrasts, and I'm going to apply some levels. So I'm going to darken the shadows, brighten the highlights, maybe cut out some of the shadows so it will be actually some sort of matte effect, darken the midtones, and still stronger highlights. So that's not very strong effect. Let's go with something stronger, way stronger. Maybe around this level, cut out some whites, a little bit more. I really want this to stand out in the presentation, and it also got a little bit more saturated. So I will change blending mode to luminosity, and then the colors. So I will go easy with color balance. I'm gonna start with shadows, add some red to the shadows, some yellows, the same midtones. Let's make it warm, maybe not too warm, but warm. And for the highlights, some, let's say, cyan and blue. I hope it's not destroying the image. I feel the effect is a little odd. I would change it to color, the blending mode. What else we could do for this image? Maybe some solid color. Okay. And then I'm going to change this to multiply, so it will get a little darkened, but I will go with some sort of cold color. So a little mixed up effect, but we'll see how it actually looks like. I'm going to lower the multiply to 20. Okay, actually it doesn't look so bad. A little bit green, so not necessarily effect I would like. And then I'm ready to save it as a LUT. I want to have it as a LUT, and I want to apply this to other images. I'm going to File and Export. So not save as, but we need to export something, whether save for web when we would want to export JPEG image for the web display for good quality. I'm going to color lookup tables. So we have few of the informations here. First one that we should be interested is quality. So you can adjust this. 64 quality as I have is high. It's absolutely enough. If you have less, 32 should be enough, but you can go higher with 64, of course. And we have some formats here. So you might have all of them checked at first. So you might like uncheck 3D LUT, CSP, ICC profile. I keep it cube, the most standard LUT format that is there for Photoshop, for Premiere Pro, and other softwares that you need it to. And then I'm going to hit OK. Of course, we not necessarily want to save it under the name of our image, so I'm just going to change the name into the LUT. But let me find where I want to save it. So the best would be probably have a folder where you're going to save the LUTs for yourself. So it could be the name LUTs. I'm just gonna save the test over here, which I already did some test before. I'm going to name it test, test LUT. I can hit OK, and this is saved now. We have saved our cube. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to test it, how it works on this image. And to apply the LUT into Photoshop, of course, you need to work with color lookup, which is here in the adjustments, this small icon. If not here, hit the icon on the bottom, open color lookup, and open your LUT. So of course, here you have all of the list of the LUTs that are within Photoshop and the LUTs that you added to Photoshop before. And we don't have it here. So what we need to do, we need to find the LUT that we just saved on the computer if we didn't load this to the Photoshop yet. And I don't recommend you to load this to the Photoshop straight away because you don't know if it's good. You don't know if it works with other images. You need to do some tests and you need to check it on different images, different videos to see this LUT works actually on different things. So I'm going to desktop. I'm going to find where I save it, and I save it here. And I have this test cube here. So I'm going to open this, and just with one hit, this is the cube applied. We had 3 adjustment layers before, and we're applying this now as a 1 layer, and it works. It's contrast and colors. And to show you another example, we can open other image, of course. This is already cleaned, and what I can do, open once again 3D LUT, find it. Now I have it over here, test, run it. And also, not too bad, better than I expected. As you can see, one click, the effect is done. So that's actually how you create the cube. That's how you create the LUTs. You create adjustment layers and you save it. So now let's jump to actually creating a really precise LUTs separately for contrast and colors, and then more advanced.